Today is reveal day for Madden 26 as EA just dropped the official trailer to the game as well as a lot of new info that we're going to cover in this video. We got info on different game modes, presentation, gameplay, and a lot of new features that they added. Now keep in mind, this is just the tip of the iceberg because as we get closer to the official release date, EA is definitely going to be dropping a ton more in-depth info. We're going to have deep dives on gameplay, game modes, presentation. We're going to have a lot of new videos to go over, and we're going to cover it all on this channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out. Now, you're noticing in this trailer that, EA actually put a lot of emphasis on weather, which we're going to get into in a second here more specifically, but like the players, they have a lot of signature animations. There's going to be advantages and disadvantages for a lot of this weather as well. There's going to even be wear and tear. Now, I know this is going to be pretty controversial because a lot of people don't like wear and tear in college football, which is what they had introduced in college football 25, the wear and tear system. Well, we got a new wear and tear system coming into Madden 26, which I will break down in a second here. But first, I want to talk about some of the biggest additions to gameplay. So, as you can see here, EA put a huge emphasis into football fundamentals, making sure that we double down on core football principles to give players more depth and control. You're going to see explosive locomotion, run and pass blocking, defensive zone coverage, physics, and new mechanics were really a lot of the improvements they focused on based upon our basically feedback. So you're going to see that the left stick control is going to be better than ever in Madden. Fast players are going to be fast. Explosive players, you're going to notice a difference with players like Tyreek Hill getting downfield. And then even Jamar Gibbs, who's more of a, left to right type of guy. So you're going to definitely notice a difference in player movement. I feel like that's going to be huge. But my most important feature right here that I'm noticing is custom defensive zones, adaptive coverage. I mean, this is huge. You're going to be able to set the depth of your zone defenders at the line of scrimmage. It's going to help take away, a lot of these corner routes people like to run. You can even adjust the way your safeties align to the strength of the formation, a certain hash elsewhere. These features are going to be huge to overhaul defensive coverage, and I'm very excited for them because for years, even with the zone drops they have put in the game, it's still just been a lot easier to pass the ball than it should be. There's always just routes you can't seem to cover. This should fix that. Next, let's talk about QB DNA. So this is basically going to show that Madden 26 has completely reimagined the quarterback mechanics from animations and behaviors with our quarterback DNA. For instance, you're going to see Josh Allen. He's going to fire off a deep pass mid-jump. You're going to see more than 500 new quarterback animations. That's huge. You're going to get QB signatures, which is going to be, different animations and arm slots for quarterbacks throwing the ball, player traits, like, for instance, Joe Burrow. He's going to be more likely to set his feet. Josh Allen, he's going to scramble. You're going to definitely notice a lot of difference in pocket passing, tendencies, etc. That should be interesting. But we also got coach DNA. This is going to give new coach suggestions based upon coaching tendencies with the coach DNA. But I will tell you guys what I am by far most excited about seeing: 1,000 new plays added at the launch for Madden 26. Playbooks are going to show a lot of these new trends of motion shift-based offenses, but also let's not forget about defense, exotic blitzes, defensive disguises, and new stunts and twists. Really like the overhaul of playbooks on offense and defense. It's always fun to get new formations, new plays, new schemes you can run. And let's face it, the NFL has been changing. A lot of new things have been added. Teams are running. Seems like they'll be in Madden 26. So, next, as I mentioned earlier, the wear and tear system. This is very controversial in college football, but it's coming to Madden. And basically, wear and tear is going to affect player performance. And you're going to see that there's also dynamic substitutions, which allow seamless situational swaps without pausing gameplay. That's very cool. And we even got new positions. We got edge, nose tackle, long snapper, and the gadget position. Mentioning that this could be interesting with a player like Travis Hunter. Really interesting to see how they put wear and tear into Madden 26 because college football this year, it needed some tweaks for sure. Now, also, there's a lot that EA did with weather. Oh my goodness. So, we're going to have snow, fog, rain, but it's going to not only be in the game, it's going to affect movement, the visibility, stamina, ball control of your player. So now it's not just going to be like you seeing it while you play. It's actually going to affect the way you play the game. So the home field advantage is also going to be there. If you got a team that's used to playing in cold weather, you're not going to be impacted by it. But say you're the Miami Dolphins, you're going to be. And it's the same thing, cold weather teams, if they're playing in hot environments, they're going to get tired faster. This is actually crazy. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I guess it is realistic as you definitely see this every given Sunday. So we also got a ton of new info on game modes, most notably MUT. And the first thing is, if you're a solo player, you're going to be excited because they spent a lot of time focusing on you guys. So they rebuilt the solo reward structure from the ground up. They're going to focus on progression, pacing, and rewards. You get a new solo champions, which you get to choose your difficulty. They're bringing all new live events, where you're going to celebrate the theme teamers. They're going to have different constraints upon team building. So if you like this aspect of MUT, you're going to be happy. Now, thankfully, they added leaderboard campaigns for both online and solo players. Because someone like me, I'm a head-to-head guy. So I don't really care too much about solo challenges and that type of stuff. So it's good to see that they're going to focus on the guys that play head-to-head and, the guys that just let them do solos. Now, there's something called a pack helper. It's going to help you make decisions into your pack openings. I mean, that's very strange. Auction house information, chemistry, tiers. I mean, all this insight, I guess, is optional, but you can see it and make decisions based upon it. Not sure how to feel about that. I don't open a ton of packs anyways. I just get my players from rewards. But, hey, we'll see. And there's going to be a ton more info dropping on MUT and other game modes as we get into the deep dives this summer.